Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to this Wednesday afternoon, May 8th. We're looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and the NQ. Well, if you had a case of insomnia, hopefully this cured it because, again, another horrendous day of volume and range. Now, we're not going to be in the top 10 in range smallest. However, very strong possibility that this will be the lightest volume of the year in SPY once the after hours is over. So that would mean May 6th, which right now is the second lightest volume, and yesterday's, which was the 10th lightest volume, is going to get knocked out of the top 10, and today's could be the lightest. If you look at last year's stats around this time, same thing. Very interesting. As we have nothing going on. Righty ends, righty gap lower. We all gap lower, but righty held their gap lower. They have a 9-wide point of control, afternoon pullback in G, and it looked like they might have probed very late in the day. They are now in a 4-day balance. Okay? NQ goes out, 11 wide, afternoon pullback in H, held a nice buy tail, and the day's high and low. They're in a 3-day balance. And ES goes out 10 wide. Afternoon pullback in H. A poor high for ES, not SPY, but a poor high for ES. A 3-day balance. And we did not get an overnight for the 5th time already this year. Now, this is day 89 of trading. And 5 times so far, we haven't gotten an overnight. Last year, in 250 trading days, it was 5 days total for the year. Now, these overnight, our overnight was not big. Yes, they extended it and stuff today, but not big. What happened this morning, it's frustrating to see what transpires because at 7:30 this morning or 8 o'clock, this market was trading here, right, with a very wide overnight POC. And then they decided, after 8 to go all the way down here, right? Then we open up at 9:30. And for the next hour and a half, what did we do? A, B, C. Take it all back. And then what did we do after that for 10 time frames? Nothing. They absolutely just drive you crazy by wasting time. They force the market down after a wide 19 wide POC and 17 wide in NQ. They gap lower, have lower value, only to do absolutely zero with it. Spend an hour and a half taking it all back, and the next 5 hours trading sideways. It's frustrating. There's no continuity. No, nothing. They change on a dime. They're fickle. I would give anything to trade with long-term traders than against this crap any day of the week. Any day of the week. I had an okay day. Started off. It was kind of a rough start early on. I shorted NQ in A period against the 144 simple moving average the first time. Then I shorted it again as it went up. I thought, okay, we won't fill the gap right away. Lost on that. I took a short in B period against the overnight POC. I'm like, I don't think we're going to go trend up. Oh, yeah, we did go trend up initially, right? I took it off for a loss. We had to fill in the POC. So after the first hour, it wasn't a good first hour for me. I did get it all back and more. C period, I did do some nice ebb and flow longs because we had the single prints in B and ES. Also, in NQ. ES also had singles. I actually took a long in C, also in ES to get the overnight high. Now, I didn't get hurt. I took it for, I think it was 4 or 5 points, and it wasn't going anywhere. I took it off, and that was smart because we came in and filled them. So I had a good C period in NQ and in ES. Then in D period, when NQ filled the singles, took a long, got a responsive bounce off of that the first time, which was nice. And then I had a pretty long in NQ that encompassed G, H, and I period. G had gotten down against the base of the price spike, took the long, that got paid, came in again, went long again, went lower. H also pulled back. I was just holding it, managing it, added some, took some off, and then I period, when I period started going up, took the rest off, all for a long. So turned out to be a decent day after a rough start. It's a tiring day. These days exhaust you just sitting here watching this nonsense. It's one thing to have a small range and no volume, but when you get a stupid move, and the only way I could describe it is stupid. What behooves these players to go from a 19 wide POC and push it down, 25 handles, $2.50, only to open up, and this is another thing I failed to do today. I preach it to the room, and I didn't do it again. Look at the way they front ran the overnight low. Look at this. This is a tremendous risk-reward trade that ES and NQ gives us almost every day. They front run the overnight highs and low like it's going out of style. And I didn't take it. Should have, but I didn't. But go down $2.50 only to take it all back in an hour and a half and then do nothing. But anyway, so not a bad day. And it's also a good day when it's slow like this because the room is great with the questions they ask and the things we speak about to keep your mind fresh, not to get FOMO. In fact, that first G trade I took was very nice. I said, look, I'm not doing anything until G period possibly test the base of the price spike in NQ. So I was very patient, and boom, it flushed out real quick, got long, went up right away. It was a very nice trade. Then when it came in again in H, that's when I started another one, which took longer. But again, this is what we talk about. We talk about it prior to it happening. Today's high is 517.74 in SPY. Downside 516.92. 10 wide. Afternoon pullback 516.10. That's H's low, and the day's low of 515.14. In ES, today's high is 17.25. It is poor. The POC is 08.75. The pullback is 5,200.75, and today's low is 91.25. Chart wise, here we go. Oh, hold on a second. I don't think I did that right. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Okay, chart wise, just real quick. Monthly. Right now it's a 3-month balance, basically, including this month. We'll see what transpires over the next 3 weeks. The weekly is up. Calling the weekly up. We'll one-time frame it up 2 weeks out of an inside week. And the daily is now a 3-day balance. Right now our volume is 40 million. So if we don't do another 6.4 million, it will be the lightest of the year. But for sure, it will be in the top 10 lightest volumes. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.